everyone, it's Chloe here and I'm the owner, maker and creator of Emmy Creations. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's little vlog, I'm actually gonna do some market prep. So I've never done a market before in my life. Oh, actually no, that's a lie. I have done a market before selling secondhand clothes, but I've never done a market for my small business. So I recently received an email from a local Sydney cafe. It's an arts and craft cafe, and they had nominated me to be part of their very first market. So they nominated, I think, 8 to 10 artists, but I think only 8 artists will be part of their very first market, which will be held in a little cafe called Coco Kawaii Cafe, which is located in Chippendale in Sydney. So when I got that news, I straight away paid the fee to secure my spot in the market, and now I'm just prepping for it. So I have to go and buy a lot of little things. Because I've never done it before, I've never done a market before, I don't actually have a lot of the things that is needed for a market. So I need to go and buy a few things. I need to also make a few extra toys, and just make a few extra little items for the market. The good news is the market is not starting until the 26th of March, I think, 26th or 25th. I don't remember the date, but basically I have a few weeks to prepare for it. So I'm going to spend that 3 weeks prepping for the market. I'm really nervous and I'm also really excited, and I actually don't know what to expect. Because it is a smaller market compared to the larger ones. I don't know how the sales are going to be, but I thought, why not start with a very small one first before I jump ahead and go for a really big, massive market like the Kirribilli markets or the Rocks markets that's also in Sydney. So I'm going to already know that I need to make a lot of silong bao and my other dim sum characters, because I know that they sell really well online, and I'm pretty sure they will also sell pretty well in a market. I also messaged my fellow crochet designers who've done markets, and they also said the smaller items do sell better. So I'm going to make a few more of my dim sum toys. I do have some toys that I can sell at the market, which are currently listed on my website. So because they haven't been sold yet, I'll try and see if I can sell them at the market. But yeah, I'm going to be probably breaking this video into a few parts. I guess the first part is really making the toys. So I'm going to be spending probably the next few days making toys, and then maybe the other half of the week just planning how I'm going to set up my market, which is really exciting. Gonna have to do a lot of research, but yeah, I'm really excited, and I guess I need to start pumping and making toys for this market. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I've just been crocheting for probably 4 to 5 hours now, and I have a full steamer of silong bao. So I think I made 8 in 4 or 5 hours, which isn't too bad. That's like just over half an hour per silong bao. So I actually know I can fit a few more into the steamer. So my plan is to have 3 steamers full of dim sum, and that way I guess people can just pick and choose which ones they want. Also decided that I won't be putting keychains on this, and I'll give people the option as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep making. I might start making some silmai actually. I'm getting a little bit bored making silong bao. I'm like, I don't know, kind of making an autopilot mode. I'm watching TV while I'm doing it. I'm realizing that I'm not even looking up my work while I'm doing it, which is a good thing, I guess. I can finally multitask. I can finally crochet and watch TV at the same time. But anyways, I'm going to pull my phone down and I'm going to keep going and start crocheting some silmai. Okay guys, so I am into the next day now. So last night I didn't really do that much extra, just made 3 extra silmai to add to my steamer. As you can see here, I've stacked another 2 because I realized that I think I need more steamers for these guys. So I went and purchased extra steamers at my local Kmart store. But yeah, I think so. I had to do a few little things this morning, but now it's already around 12 p.m. So I'm hoping to make more dim sum. Oh, and I don't know if you can see in the background, these are my punch needle projects I've been working on. So you would have seen my latest video about these cuties. So I'm still waiting for the cork backing to arrive. So I haven't really cleaned up the edges just yet, but I am hoping that maybe I could probably sell some of these at the market. Oop. So yeah, I think they might be a hit, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to see how it goes, and if it goes well, then I will definitely make more in the future. But yeah, right now I'm just doing this for fun as a, de-stressor, and just to remove myself from crocheting sometimes. But yeah, I'm going to get back onto it and keep making. Mr. Captain sleeping next to me while I crochet. Hi, Mr. Captain. Hello. 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 Oh my god. He's taken over the whole couch, everyone. Captain. Hello. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so it's day 3, guys, and I have been crocheting for 2 days straight, and I am feeling a little bit tired. My lower back is starting to feel a little stiff, my arms are feeling a little stiff. I'm just feeling stiff. So I am thinking of doing a mock-up of my setup today just to see what I need to do in terms of, which toys I'm going to sell and signage and pricing and all of those little things. And also I went to Kmart. Well, my hubby drove me because I still can't drive because of my injured ankle. So he took me to Kmart and I bought a whole lot of things. So I need to assemble some of the things as well so that I can see how they look. But I'll just quickly show you where I got up to yesterday. So yesterday I made this steamer full of siomai and also gaozi. And this is what I did on day 1. So one thing's for sure, I can definitely make a full steamer of dim sum in 1 day. But yeah, it gets a little bit tiring, and yeah, I just need a break from crocheting today. So I'm going to grab the things that I bought and I'm going to assemble them, and I'll show you what I bought as well. They're on the ground right now. So I'm gonna quickly just assemble some of the crates first. I just bought some some pine crates. Try to combine those 2 words. But anyways, bought some crates and I just need to put them together. So hopefully that will be a quick job. And then I will set it all up and see how it looks. So I guess I'm gonna get started on that today. So yeah. Okay, so I made my pine boxes, and I guess this is everything that I purchased from Kmart, and also went to Daiso as well. So I'll just show you what I bought. So you can see there's 2 large pine crates that I bought from Kmart. They were actually on sale. So 1 crate was $10. And I think its usual price was like 18. So they were doing a clearance, so I just bought some of that. I bought a smaller pine crate, which apparently can stack like this. Well, not really, yes, kind of. Anyways, and then I bought a medium-sized one because I just thought I'll probably need different sized crates or boxes for my setup. I'm going for something that's quite natural, I guess, in terms of the styling of my market store. I did do a lot of research prior to buying all these things. I went on Pinterest and I just looked at a lot of different stores, got some inspiration, and just started from there and just went to Kmart and found what I thought was needed for my market. So got a lot of pine boxes. I think I got 2 big ones and 2 smaller ones. I also bought this chalkboard, which came with 2 pieces of chalk and a stand. I don't really like using chalk because I don't like the feeling on my fingers. So I'm not going to be drawing anything on this, but instead I might just be creating this sign for my dim sum. I saw someone do this on Pinterest and they probably didn't use a chalkboard and probably just painted a timber board and then stuck some white vinyl on it, which is what I'm planning to do, I guess. But I'll see how it goes. I'll see how the setup is. And then I'll decide if that is what I'm going to do with it. I also bought a white tablecloth just to cover the surface of the table. I bought a fairly big one that can fit a 2.25 meter by 1.5 meter table. So for this market, I've got a 80 by 80 centimeter table, which is half the size of what this is. So I guess on the day I'm just going to fold this in half and then just place it on the table. But yeah, 80 by 80 is not a big table. It's not as big as the usual markets that you might have seen or been to. So I'm working with a very limited number of space, which also means that I am limited to how much I can sell as well. So I guess that is also the reason why I've been making a lot of the little small dim sum toys, because they are smaller, they don't take up as much space, but I do intend on selling some of my larger toys. But yeah, so I got a tablecloth as well. Also from Kmart, I bought some bamboo steamers. So they came in a pack of 2 steamers, but I know that at Kmart they had like a pack of 3. I didn't go for the pack of 3 only because I already had one steamer at home that I used as a prop for my photographs. So I just bought a pack of 2. So now I have 3 steamers that I can use to place my dim sum on. But as I'm making it, I'm kind of starting to think I should have bought the pack of 3, but you know, if I run out of space, I'll just stack them on top of each other and make it look like there's a lot. But otherwise, if I do run out, I'll just ask my husband to drive me out again to buy more steamers, I guess. And in terms of how much I spent here, it literally only cost me $70, which is not bad considering how much I bought. Oh, but within that $70, we bought a lot of Captain clothes, so I think you need minus $20. So I only spent $50 here, which is actually pretty good. And then at Daiso, I just got a small cutlery tray or little box, which I'm going to put other small items in as well. Not sure what I'm going to put in here because I do have other small items that I do want to sell, like my fruity brooches. I've got some made, but I haven't placed them on some card backing yet. So I haven't packaged them up at all, which I should really do, or think about it actually, because I only got 2 weeks left to prep for this market. And then the other thing I bought was this little stand. It's so cute. I don't know what to do with this. My husband actually found it and was like, hey, look what I found. And I was like, oh, that's cute. That's really cool. I'm going to buy it. And now I'm looking, I'm like, what am I going to do with it? So I'm going to have to think of something for this, which I'm sure I will. Probably like to hold a sign or something maybe. It's quite light though, so if I was to take this on an outdoor setting, it might fly away. But luckily, this very first market that I'm doing is all indoors. It's actually in a little cafe. So I will definitely make use of this. So I think that is everything that I bought for this market. So I'm gonna probably kind of organize the boxes in some way and bring my toys out and see how my first test run looks and see what I have to do, like what else I need to make or do or buy for the market, which starts in around 2 weeks, I think. So yeah, I'm going to get started on doing this right now. Okay guys, so this is what I came up with. So you can see that I still need to make a few things. Like I said before, I'm going to fill this steamer in with the rest of the dim sum. I might get a little container to fill little fortune cookies that I'll also make. These are all the little Easter makes, which is perfect in terms of a seasonal sense. So you can see that I have some brooches here, not that many because I sold some, but I haven't put them in their packaging just yet. I'm also thinking of selling my punch needling mug rugs, but I'm still waiting on the cork that I bought online. So fingers crossed that that will arrive before the market. If not, then I might not sell these, or I might just use a felt back. I'll see how it goes. Here I have my novelty cards that people can buy as well. I'm still thinking how I should display this, because right now in the box you can't really see what it is. So I might, I don't know, buy a little rack or something so that I can put the cards on, and that way people can actually see it. I actually have a plate rack, so maybe that I bought from IKEA, so maybe I'll just pull that out and see how it looks. But yeah, this is what the final setup looks like. Or not final, I think there's still a few things I can do. So yes, so I'm thinking of putting using the chalkboard, and I'll use that chalkboard for, I guess, pricing the dim sum, because if you buy more than one, then I'll put a discounted price on that. I also bought a square for payment, as a payment method. And also, this is just a coaster that I have at home. I've just placed my business cards on. So I think that looks pretty good. I think what I need to do still is just doing the chalkboard, creating the vinyl, and creating the pricing for all my toys. So I'm thinking of putting price tags on every single toy, because they do vary in price. So, and I think that will help my buyers if they don't want to talk to me, or if they're a bit shy and they don't want to ask me about prices, then at least they can look at the toy and the price will be there. So I'll make signages for the cards, the brooches, and also the mug rugs. So I'm thinking of buying some foam core from my local craft store and just printing some labels with the name of the item and the price of the item. This is something that I've done before in my architecture days when I had to set up exhibitions. So foam core will be my best friend in terms of labeling some of these things. I'm also thinking about whether or not I sell some of my kits, which is the reason why I left this bit blank. Whoops, you can see all the food at the back. So I've left that blank to stack some of my kits, but I'm not quite sure how they're going to sell. So I'll probably pack some, but I won't pack a lot. Maybe I'll just pack my most popular ones, which is the Silong Bao kit and also the Ha Gao and Gaoji. The Sil Mai and the Wonton kits aren't as well selling, but I'll see what I do. Maybe I'll just pack one of each of those. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how it looks. I'm just like gonna step back so we can see what it looks like in full. But I think this is what my market's gonna look like. I also purchased a banner from Vistaprint, which I'll place under, I'll stick it onto the table. Because the table that they're providing is a square table, so, and the banner is a little bit bigger, but that should be fine. So yeah, so I'll have a signage mentioning my business name and also my details and also the items that I sell in my store, because obviously I can't sell everything here. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how it looks. It actually looks really cute. I might just go and I might pack some kits tomorrow. I might just go and keep making dim sum now and do all the other little bits and pieces. So I need to write it all down, otherwise I'm going to forget. But anyways, this was really fun to set up, really quick to set up as well actually. It only took me 30 minutes to set it all up. I think it was really quick and easy only because I had already done a lot of research and I had an idea of what I want to do and how everything would look. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this setup. Also, I have all my Christmas ones in my box, which I was thinking of selling, but then I thought, I think if I was to sell, this would be much better to sell during Christmas instead of during Easter. So I decided to remove them from my market, and looking at the toys that I already have, I think I have more than enough to sell. Well, in my mind, I feel like I have more than enough to sell. I could be wrong, but So I might just leave these for a later market. I know, I have to think about it a little bit more, but I don't think I have enough room for them. Just look at this. I have so many toys already. But yeah, let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. Okay, so that was really fun. I really enjoyed setting all of this up as a little test run. So now I just need to take some photos just so that I remember which toys I'm going to take to the market and also how I'm going to set everything up because I don't have a really great memory. And you know, this will obviously speed up the setting up process as well, which also means I don't have to go to, you know, the cafe too early to set up because I already know what I'm going to do. So I might just end this video here, and I guess I hope you enjoyed part one of my market prep. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Or if you have any advice for market preps, definitely put them in the comments below because I am a first timer and I've never done this before and I'm very nervous and also very excited. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for part two. I think for part two, it will just be making a lot of the things I don't have here. But I'm going to keep going and making more toys, and hopefully in part two you see that I have made everything already and it's just doing the little bits and pieces. But yeah, stay tuned for part two and I will speak to you all very soon. Have a nice day. Bye.